सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते जयतां सुरतो पंगुर मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्बोजौ राधामदनमोहनौ तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to today morning Srimad Bhagavatam discourse. We are continuing from Krishna is series. So these two verses, 1.2.28 and 29, we are discussing 8 things that actually teach us that Krishna is the supreme object of worship. I am not expecting any of you to remember because, anyways. So we saw discuss 3 things. Vasudeva Paraveda. Yes. The purpose of Vedas is to glorify Vasudeva. Vasudeva Paramakha. Yes, he is the supreme enjoyer of all the sacrifices. Vasudeva Parayoga. All the mystics, they practice this mystic meditation and yogic science in order to realize Vasudeva. So till here we had discussed. With a hope to discuss ahead. So we continue. This is also so for the culture of knowledge. According to Bhagavad Gita, there are 18 items in culturing knowledge. By such culture of knowledge, one becomes gradually prideless, devoid of vanity, non-violent, forbearing, simple, devoted to spiritual master, and self-controlled. Okay. So what is all this? So here the path of knowledge or culture of knowledge is defined. This comes in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, shloka number 8 to 12. So the first item is amanitvam. The culture of knowledge first makes you prideless. In this world, we see material education makes you very proud. But spiritual knowledge is exactly opposite. Amanitvam. Devoid of vanity. Adambitvam. There is no pretense. Ahimsa. Non-violence. Shantir. You become tolerant. Simple. Arjavam. Acharya Upasanam. You become devoted to the spiritual master. First, before becoming devotee of Krishna, we have to become devotee of Guru. Guru Bhakti always comes before Krishna Bhakti. Krishna himself says this. Acharya Upasanam, Saucham, cleanliness, Stairyam, stability, Atma Vinigraha, self-control. Next, Indriyarteshu Vairagyam Mahanankarmevacha, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshanudarshanam. All these things are mentioned. Yes, by culture of knowledge, one becomes unattached to earth and home and becomes conscious of the miseries due to birth, old age, disease, and death. And most importantly, of the item of knowledge and the culture of all knowledge culminates in Mai Chananya Yogena Bhaktir Abhyavicharani. Devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Yes. This is the culmination, climax of knowledge. If somebody is claimed to have become knowledgeable, but does not come to Krishna Bhakti conclusion, he doesn't have any knowledge, he's fool. On the other hand, one who doesn't know any Shastra, but is engaged in the process of chanting Hare Krishna is most intelligent. Why? Because one has reached the conclusion. That doesn't mean we should not read Shastra. No, it doesn't mean that. But what it means is whatever scriptural study we do, we read Prabhupada books, we hear lectures, the conclusion is Harer Namaiva Kevalam, coming to the point of inoffensively chanting the holy name. If you have not come to this point, then we have missed the point. Inoffensive chanting of holy name. Niraprad bhav se naam lena, naam jap. Therefore, Vasudeva is the ultimate aim in culturing all different kinds of branches of knowledge. Is there? Vasudeva Param Jnanam. Yes. So all fields of knowledge, all tenets of knowledge, all facets of knowledge are ultimately aimed at pleasing Krishna, knowing Krishna. Yeah. All culture of knowledge. Therefore, Vasudeva is the ultimate aim in culturing different branches of knowledge. Culture of knowledge leading one to the transcendental plane of meeting Vasudeva is real knowledge. Physical knowledge in its way. So there is cultural knowledge, physical knowledge, spiritual knowledge, every knowledge is mentioned. Physical knowledge in its various branches is condemned in the Bhagavad Gita as Ajnan, the opposite of real knowledge. Why? Why so? Because the ultimate aim of physical knowledge is to satisfy senses, which means prolongation of term in material existence and thereby continuance of threefold misery. Hare Krishna. So is this knowledge then? What does physical knowledge teach? Physical knowledge tells us how to increase pleasure. And there's a shloka in Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, shloka number 44. Bhoga Ishwarya Prasaktanam Taya Aparte Chetasam Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samadhauna Vidiyate. So the more one indulges in sense gratification, to that degree he is going to go away from Krishna. It takes one away from Krishna. The path of sense gratification here towards hell. On the other hand, path of Krishna Bhakti is towards Golok. What's the direction? It's north, south, east, west, exactly opposite. Right? It's exactly opposite. Actually, Shastras, they give a sense of direction. Every direction is associated with one particular limb. The south is associated with what? South is associated with rituals. The west is associated with sense gratification. North is associated with tapasya, austerity. And east is associated with bhakti. Yes, that's how it is. East west. So bhakti and sense gratification are exact opposite. Why, Prabhu? Okay, let's see Indian subcontinent. Just for example. Okay. What is west of India? Western culture means sense gratification. South India, what is more famous? All varieties of rituals, ritualistic ceremonies and sacrifices. It is there. This I am not telling. This is there in Shastra, Bhagavatam. Where do people want to do tapasya go? They go to north. See? And bhakti, Mayapur is in east. Hari bol. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. That's why he appeared in the east. Yes. And then he did full yatra. He went everywhere. But he appeared in the east. So prolonging the miserable life of material existence is science. So anything that we do is going to increase our stay in this material world. That is called Maya or Ajnan. So how to understand something is knowledge, something is ignorance? We have to ask, what will be the consequence of this action? What is a person in mode of goodness do? A person in mode of goodness think before you leap. Think before you act. A person will be very careful. If what will happen if I do this action? Oh, if I do this action, I'll go to hell. Then I'm not supposed to do it. I don't want to go to hell. If I eat meat, have illicit sex, have gambling, intoxication, these activities are going to take me to hell. This person in mode of goodness will think. He thinks. He's worried about what is the future consequences. Similarly, what will happen if I chant Hare Krishna? Yes, I will. I'll revive my Krishna Prem. And if when I revive my Krishna Prem, I will go back to Godhead and serve Krishna eternally. Yes, I will do it. So that is the discrimination. So that is why Prolonging material existence is science. We should not prolong our material existence. Okay, more. Increase. Already we are here since we don't know Anadi. Krishna Buliya Jeev Anadir Bahirmukha. Ateva Maya Diyatara Samsara Dukha. So we have been getting the kicks and punches of Maya from Anadikal. We don't know how long. It's been very, very long time since been getting punches and kicks. Nobody knows when it started. Since that time, we're getting beatings. Right? And we have got so much beatings, even we forgot when it started. Right? Correct. It's been a long time. So prolonging this miserable life of material existence is science or ajnana, maya. But the same physical knowledge leading to the way of spiritual understanding helps one to end the miserable life of physical existence and to begin life of spiritual existence on the plane of Vasudeva. Yeah. So the same knowledge branch that leads to spiritual understanding. Correct? It leads to spiritual understanding. There is no problem. Let's see, for example, usually what is the meaning of physical knowledge? Physical knowledge means how to gratify senses. Okay. But the physical knowledge, what is the best way to gratify senses? Have Krishna Prasad. What is the best way to enjoy? You chant Hare Krishna, you will get spiritual enjoyment. Come to Kirtans. Have Prasadam. Come and see the deities. That's also physical knowledge. You want to see the best person? Yes, see. Come and see in the temple. Right? There are many devotees for years together, they go every day morning for Mangalati. They cannot live without going to temple and having darshan of Lord. And they've got that, they've been hooked to the beauty of Lord. It has happened. Totally hooked. That's amazing. So that's what physical knowledge. Anything you people come to Krishna because we want to get enjoyment. We want a good experience. But once somebody experiences Krishna consciousness, it is very difficult to give. Nobody can give up after that. We catch Krishna once, yes, then Krishna will catch us. Then even if we leave, Krishna will not leave us. Example, Utna, Trinavrat, everyone. First they caught Krishna. And then they started screaming, leave me, leave me. Krishna said, how can I leave? I don't have that in my dictionary to leave someone. There's a very touching story in Ramayana. Lord Sri Ramachandra, Sita, and Lakshman, they used to walk. Sita said, I will go ahead and I'll crush all the thorns. Sita was very powerful. So that Lord Ram's lotus feet doesn't get any prick of any thorn. But actually, what Sita Maya meant by I will go and take the thorn out means I will go and face Ravana and finish him. The moment Ravana touches me, he'll be dead. So Lord Ram, all he kills is a dead Ravana. That's the meaning of I'll go ahead and get the thorn. Because the real thorn in this pastime is Ravana. But once what happened, despite Sita Devi's efforts, a thorn pierced Lord Ramachandra. He didn't say anything. And then when he was taking rest, Lakshman was a perfect servant. When Lord Ram would be resting, he would massage the Lord. And after Lord Ram sleeps off, then he will do the security job. He never slept for 14 years. In fact, he prayed to Nidra Devi. He prayed, he ordered her that you go and be with my wife. Make her sleep. My quota of sleep, you go and give it to my wife. I know I cannot afford to sleep because I'm serving Lord Ram. So when Lord Ram's feet was pierced with that thorn, Lakshman was about to take it. Lord Ram warned him, no, don't take him. He has taken shelter of my feet. How can I give him up? I will not give. So let it be. So this is how the Lord is. He doesn't give up anyone. Yeah. So once somebody has tasted and got hooked, it's amazing. So all varieties, Vasudeva Param Jnanam. That was the whole thing. Next, Vasudeva Param Tapa. What is tapasya? Tapasya means voluntarily acceptance of bodily pains to achieve some higher end of life. Yes, this is the typical example of tapasya. It's voluntary, not that somebody has forced you. Just for understanding, do devotees do tapasya? Do you all do tapasya? What is tapasya devotees do? Prabhu, we are all doing right now, Prabhu. We are doing this tapasya right now. Sitting in Bhagavatam class and staying awake. Turning on videos in Bhagavatam class. Tapasya, Prabhu. Yes, rising early in the morning, taking bath and going to Mangalarti. Is tapasya. Ekadashi, not having grades. Is tapasya. Chanting 16 rounds. Tapasya. So these are all tapasya. We are supposed to do this. Offering obeisances is tapasya. It's sharirika tapa. Tapasya can exist on the platform of body, speech, and mind. The Bhagavad Gita 17th chapter explains about these three types of austerities. Following four regulative principles, tapasya. Right? So these are all tapasya that devotees should perform. Devotees need not go on Himalayas and, press their nose and stand in the ice. All these things we need not do. The tapasya is very simple. What is given by wonderful formula of Prabhupada is given us in the form of morning program, Vaishnava standard, Vaishnava lifestyle. We simply follow that. That is tapasya. Ravan and Hiranyakashipu underwent a severe type of bodily torture. This is torture. It is not tapasya. It is torture. Both start with the same letter. T for tapasya, T for torture. But what they did is torture. And what devotees are doing is tapasya. What was their end? They wanted, the end was sense gratification. We want to be the controller, proprietor, enjoyer. Sometimes modern politicians also undergo severe types of austerities to reach some political end. You seen this? Some of them, what they do, they said, we will do bhukarta. We will fast. We will sit here and we'll fast. We'll sit under the sun and we'll fast till the time the others do not fulfill our promise. Happens. Some political leaders also do that. You look at Prime Minister Modi. He sleeps only for 4 hours. Sleeps at 12, gets up at 4. From 4 to 12, he's continuously working. Yes, he's doing so much of austerity to serve the public. And sometimes people asked him, don't you get bored? He said, yes. When I get bored, I change the task, but I don't sleep. I don't do anything different. I switch my task. So like that, he goes on. So many politicians like this also undergo severe types of austerities because they want some political end. Yes. But this is not tapasya. Yes, it is not tapasya actually. It is tapasya on a material platform. Even students, they have to go give up so many things. To students, if they want to really succeed in a competitive exam, they have to give up partying, they have to give up late nights, they have to give up movies, they have to give up friends, girlfriends, so many things they have to give up. Without that, one will not be able to achieve that focused. I want to be a ranker. I want to come in the merit list. I want to get high grades. It comes with a price. Even singers, they do tapasya. Singers don't eat pakoras and all oily fried items. They don't eat ice creams because they will lose their throat. Yes, they also do tapasya. They get up early in the morning and vibrate the lowest note possible. They drink hot water and sit down and vibrate the lowest note. They vibrate the lowest note in order to increase the range of their sound and thus sing very high. So, but these are all mundane tapasya. Sportsmen. There is one movie we used to watch in childhood. So there was one, I will not tell the name, some of you may know. So he's very famous movie. See, it's a franchisee. So that person wanted to be heavyweight champion of boxing. So he would get up early at 5 a.m. and eat 6, 7 raw eggs and go for running, jogging, cardio to sweat. So people do all these things, but this is not tapasya. Doesn't come in the care because there is no divinity involved there. The real tapasya means to accept voluntarily bodily inconvenience for the sake of knowing Vasudeva. Because that is the way of real austerity. This is real austerity. Other all austerities are mundane. Yeah, it may be in the category of passion and ignorance. Somebody is doing austerity in order to get fame, opulence, enjoyment. This is what? In the mode of passion. Somebody is doing austerity, and what is the purpose of that person doing austerity? Oh, his purpose is he wants to do austerity to destroy someone else, like Vikasur. He is doing out of pride, he is doing out of envy, anger, violence, destruction. Yes, these all things. These all austerities are in the mode of ignorance. But passion and ignorance can never ever end miseries in life. No. Miseries, in fact, will only increase. Passion and ignorance, the more we are situated in this, even if one may do tapasya in passion and ignorance, he will not end the miseries, he will increase the miseries. Miseries will only increase. Only mode of goodness can mitigate the threefold miseries of life. Sattva. Yeah. So some sattvic penances also example are given. The Rajasik, there are Hiranyakashipu, Ravana, so many Kamsa, many people are there. But if you see sattvic tapasya, it was done by Aditi and Kashyap. They performed so much austerities. And later on, Kashyap became Sutapa. Sutapa. His name only is Sutapa, who did severe austerities. And Prishni. So they underwent severe austerities. And even as Devaki Vasudev, they had to do a lot of austerities. But what was the purpose of doing these austerities? They wanted Krishna. Dhruv Maharaj performed austerities. Why? In order to meet Krishna. No problem. Initially, his desires were passionate. But being under a bona fide guru, the practice that he performed is in Sattva. So Lord Krishna is the father of all living entities. Therefore, he is the original living being of all other living beings. He is the original eternal enjoyer amongst all enjoyers. Therefore, no one can be his begetting father, as ignorant may think, correct? Nobody can be Krishna's father. He chose. He chose Devaki and Vasudeva to his father. And there are numerous evidences in the Bhagavatam where Krishna chose Yashoda and Nanda also to be his father. Yesterday, one devotee was sharing that she had read the Quran, and there's a description of God given that he has two sets of parents. Who is that person? That is Krishna. That's one of the things that is mentioned. Lord's color is also given. Is Krishna. He's darkish in complexion. That is mentioned in the Quran. The Quran also says he has two sets of parents. Who has two sets of parents? Is Krishna. Devaki Vasudev and Nandan Yashoda. So he chose his parents. Lord Sri Krishna agreed to become the son of Vasudeva and Devaki upon being pleased with their severe austerities. Actually, they performed so much austerities. Krishna actually came late. And you whenever you delay in your service, it is said you have to give it 3 times. So thus he became their son 3 times. Somebody asks for gulab jamun and the server makes it late, you will get. He's supposed to give you 3 gulab jamuns. Nice, na? Good news. Just like even that pizza delivery, they also have that scheme, some kind of plan, right? If you We will deliver pizza within 20 minutes, half an hour. If you don't deliver pizza, pizza free. Correct? They have such kind of promises. The delivery is not in time, we'll give it free. Yes or no? I think some of you who have experience, they will know. I only heard all these things. Anyways, Lord Sri Krishna agreed to become son of Vasudev Devaki. Okay. Therefore, if any austerity have to be done, they must be done to achieve the end of knowledge. Who is Vasudev? Vasudeva Param Tapaha. Vasudev is the original personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. As explained before, the original personality of Godhead expands himself by innumerable forms. Such expansions of forms is made possible by his various energies. So many forms. It is said that Krishna has so many forms, there must be even a mosquito incarnation of Krishna. Yeah, maybe there. We don't know. It might be there. Lord might have appeared even in the society of mosquitoes. He might have appeared in the society of uh, sharks, in the society of deers. Yeah, all possible. He has multiple forms and he has taken, and we don't know. They're innumerable. So many Leelas. We don't know all of them. His energies are also multifarious, and his energies are superior and external energies inferior. Okay, and his internal energies are superior and his external energies inferior in quality. That is what is called as Antaranga and Bahiranga Shakti. Internal energy is called as Antaranga Shakti. And the external energy is called as Bahiranga Shakti. This is the inferior Shakti, the superior Shakti. Bhagavad Gita has explained all this, 7th chapter. So, 7th chapter is actually knowledge of absolute truth. So, if you really have to know the absolute truth, first you should know his energy, how powerful he is. That is why even if somebody, some personal guest, somebody there, you give introduction. You first give the material introduction. You've seen that. Then you give the spiritual accomplishments, and then finally one may give the qualities. Okay, this person has so many wonderful qualities. That is in the end. First, we talk about the external. So just by hearing about Krishna's external energy is a big thing. My God. Then what to speak of internal energy? There is para and the apara prakriti. Para prakriti is the transcendental nature. Apara prakriti is the material nature. So his expansions of various forms which take place via the internal energy are superior forms. So these are all taken. Ajopisan avyayatma bhutanam ishvaropisan prakritim swam abhishtaya sambhavatmi atmamaya. On the other hand, those who take place via external energies are inferior forms, which means the forms of this world, the 8.4 million species. Correct? So living entities who are expanded by his internal potency are eternally liberated persons. Yes. Whereas those expanded in terms, that means, yes, everyone is actually internal potency, but now Maya has given us a body. So we are conditioned souls. So we are inferior souls. We can also become superior by sadhana. Therefore, all culture of knowledge, austerity, sacrifice, and activities should be aimed at changing the quality of the influence that is acting upon us. For the present, we are all being controlled by the external energy of Lord, and just to change the quality of the influence, we must endeavor to cultivate spiritual energy. Yes, correct. We want to change the influence. Mahatmanas tumam partha daivim prakritimashrita. Devi Esha Gudamai Mamamaya Duratya. So this particular change of quality from external energy, we want to go to internal energy. We can say from Atma, we want to become Mahatma. Of course, our goal should not be to become Mahatma. Our goal should be to serve Mahatmas. And just by this particular humble nature of serving Mahatmas, and taking up to the process of sadhana bhakti, because Mahatmas are instructing us, we come under the shelter of Daivim Prakriti Mashrita. So this is the change the quality of influence. From influence of Maya to influence of Yog Maya. So many times people ask, Prabhu, Mayapur, why is this place of Mahaprabhu called as Mayapur? It is a land of Maya. No, Yog Maya. In another meaning of Maya is Krishna's mercy. Sambhavami Atma Maya. Ajopi san Atma. I just quoted this verse. Bhutanam Ishwaropi san Prakritistvam Vishtaya Sambhavami Atma Maya, which means my mercy. Maya also means mercy. So Mayapur is a land of mercy. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that those who are Mahatmas or those whose minds have been so broadened as to be engaged in service of Lord are under the influence of internal potency. See, I didn't see this line. Yes, Mahatma, same 9th chapter. And the effect of is that such broad-minded living beings are constantly engaged in the service of Lord without deviation. We keep fluctuating. Yes, sometimes we are acting like Mahatmas. We're not at Mahatmas. We're acting like Mahatmas. Sometimes we become only Atmas. Maha goes away somewhere. Mahamaya takes away our Maha. But Mahatma is a person who is constantly engaged. There is no deviation from his standard. There is fixity. There is nishtha. And this should be the aim of life. We want to remain fixed. Remain fixed on the path of going back to Godhead. Not changing. Yeah, we should not change our flight. We'll reach some other destination. Right? So don't change the flight. You boarded a flight, stick to the flight. Then you reach the proper destination. And that is also the verdict of all Vedic literatures. No one should bother himself with fruitive activity or drive mental speculation about transcendental knowledge. Everyone should at once engage himself in transcendental loving service of Lord. Nor should one worship different demigods who work as different hands of the Lord for maintenance, creation, destruction of the material world. There are innumerable powerful demigods who look over the external management of the external world. They are all different assisting hands of Vasudeva. Even Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma are included in the list of demigods, but Lord Vishnu or Vasudeva is always transcendently situated. If you see the Vedas talk about what? Karma Kand. We saw this last time, right? Karma Kand. Second part, Jnana Kand. Then there is Upasana Kand, worship of demigods, Upasana Kand. But what is the real purpose of Veda? Vedescha sarver ahameva vedyaha. The purpose of Vedas is to know Krishna. And in fact, Brahmaji is such an intelligent person. His body is made of intelligence. Brahmaji, it took him 3 readings to come to the conclusion of bhakti. 3 times he read the Vedas. Then he came to the conclusion of bhakti. Even though he accepts the quality of goodness of material world, he is still transcendental to the material modes. Yeah. Vishnu accepts the more quality of goodness to maintain, but he is not in goodness. He is in Shuddha Sattva. What to speak of Vishnu? Even Shiva is in Shuddha Sattva. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Saptitam. Because I am in service of Vasudeva, I am in Shuddha Sattva. The following example will clear up the matter more explicitly. In the prison house, there are prisoners and the managers of the prison house. Both the managers and prisoners are bound by the laws of the king. But even though the king sometimes comes to the prison, he is not bound by the laws of prison house. The king is therefore transcendental to the laws of prison house, as the Lord is always transcendental to the laws of material world. I think it's a self-explanatory example. And if the king wants, if somebody appeals to king, oh, please save me. Oh, king, please, I don't want to rot in this prison. King can release that person. So only king has the right to release the person. Even the prison house managers, they are supposed to follow the orders. They are bound by certain rules and orders. They cannot leave anyone. But the king has that power, the special power to just leave everybody. He can finish the whole thing. In fact, when Lord Rama came, he delivered all the jivas who were there in this universe. Everyone went off. Same thing, Krishna. He delivered everybody. Whoever saw him, whoever had darshan, even a small glimpse, all were delivered. Same with Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered the whole universe. We missed all these opportunities. Everybody was delivered. That's how the Lord comes and he delivers everyone. He can do that because he's the king. Okay, to sum up then, let's see if he completed all these things. The 8 forms. Vasudeva Paraveda, Vasudeva Paramakaha, Vasudeva Parayoga, Vasudeva Parakriya, Vasudeva Paramjnanam. 1 minute, I'm not able to share the screen. Yeah. Kriya, yes, all activities are actually meant to please the Lord. Tapa, yeah, we saw Tapa. Dharma Gati, Gati is destination. And here the Dharma, the point of Dharma was, yes, everybody's duty is to render it. It is not Karma Kand, Gyan Kand. That is not Dharma. Upasana Kand is not Dharma. Bhakti is the Dharma. Okay. I thank you all very much. And I will let you all go now. I'm leaving you a few minutes early because I will take this time some other time. Thank you all so much. Hare Krishna, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you. Hari Bol.